There we go. We're ready to roll.
Good afternoon. Thank you all for tuning in. Welcome to Monday, February 6th, week 5 live stream legislative session. It is the 29th day of a 105-day session. We have a lot to report on today and some urgent calls to action. First, I want to share the good news. House Bill 1445 passed out of the Civil Rights and Judiciary Committee on Friday. Yay! This is the bill that Clark County has been watching carefully. You all know we have serious issues with the quality of policing in Southwest Washington. House Bill 1445 gives the AG investigation authority to look into misconduct at law enforcement agencies across the state. They can demand documents, demand answers, and go to court. We are excited about this bill. Its next stop is the House Appropriations Committee. Leslie, we have some calls to action on House Bill 1025. Could you share that with us, please?
Yes, I can. Thank you, Nakia. House Bill 1025 was scheduled for a vote last Friday, but the chair didn't have the votes from the Democrats on the committee to pass it out. He will not bring it up unless he has the votes. We have time to get this done, and we need everyone to contact the Democrats on the committee. Our calls to action are on our website. Just Google Washington Coalition for Police Accountability, and you'll get there. So go to the website and look for our call to action. There are 7 Democrats on the committee, and we are asking you to send one email, include all of them on the email. We have some simple language for our call to action. I'll tell you, the simplest thing is for you to email the committee members and say, House Bill 1025 is important for families and victims of police violence. It creates a private right of action to sue in state courts based on our state constitution, and this is without the shield of qualified immunity. Without the passage of House Bill 1025, police will remain untouchable. Untouchable. Their misconduct will continue until we get accountability, measures in place that really have teeth. So please write the Democratic members of the House Committee on Civil Rights and Judiciary and ask them to vote House Bill 1025 out of committee ASAP.
This is really disappointing to hear that the legislators are keeping this important bill stuck in the committee. This falls on them. They have a choice to make, and this falls on them if it does not make it through and dies in the committee. What else, Leslie? What else are we doing this week?
Well, Nakia, we are still working hard to keep current law in place for vehicular pursuits. It's a funny thing. This is a law that is working. It is saving lives. It has been effective. It's based on best practices. The opposition, those police chiefs, we got some noise in the background, guys. Somebody printing? The opposition, those police chiefs, mayors, legislators, officers who want to roll this back, they haven't offered any evidence that rolling the law back will solve any problems. You know that current law says that an officer can do a hot pursuit for violent crimes, sex offenses, escapes, and DUIs. The law was put in place because bystanders, passengers, drivers, and officers were being killed by this dangerous tactic.
Yes, we have been counting the fatalities. And since the law went into effect, there have been 3 deaths of bystanders. That is over a year and a half now. For the same period beforehand, there were 9 deaths, almost a 70% reduction. This is a really interesting situation. The folks who want to roll the law back are trying to say that the law has caused the increase in homicides, robberies, smash and grabs, and auto thefts. Looking across the country, those sorts of crimes are happening whether there is a hot pursuit restriction or not. I appreciate the problem they are trying to solve. No one likes crime, and no one likes their cars stolen or excuse me, or store windows smashed. However, this is not the solution. We need to keep the existing law in place. Leslie?
Let me see here. Yes, we do need to keep this law in place. It is working. We need everyone to email the House Committee on Community Safety, Justice, and Reentry and let the committee know you oppose passing House Bill 1363 out of committee. We'll post a call to action on our website tomorrow morning. So check back in. Today's call to action is House Bill 1025 when you go to our website. Tomorrow, we'll upload a call to action for House Bill 1363.
Okay, we still have to get House Bill 1513 out of committee though, right, Leslie?
Yes, we do. We have 4 priorities this year, and one of them is House Bill 1513. It is scheduled for a vote on Thursday, and we need everyone to write the committee members, ask them to vote House Bill 1513 out of committee and end traffic stops for things like expired tabs. I'm not telling you anything you don't know, Nakia, but traffic stops are where most of us have our interactions with police. And these low-level stops are high discretion. The police choose whether to pull you over. We see a lot of disproportionality in these stops, and basically we see profiling. That is why it is time to end these kinds of stops. These stops lead to violent interactions. They lead to entanglement with the system. House Bill 1513 is a good solution, and we are seeing other states headed in the same direction.
Okay, let me see. Is that it? Let's look at our list. House Bill 1025 is still in committee, and we are putting on a full court press, folks. Need to email the Democrats on the committee and say, excuse me, do your job. This is long overdue. Move it along. House Bill 1363. This rollback is an important reform, and we are totally opposed to the bill. House Bill 1445, it passed out of committee on Friday, and there are no calls to action this week. House Bill 1513 will be in executive session on Thursday at 8 a.m., and we need everyone, and I mean everyone, to email the committee members on that. This ends traffic stops for things like expired tabs. House Bill 1579 that sets up an independent prosecutor. We are in discussion with the prime sponsor, and we might have a call to action later in the week. Stay tuned, folks. Can check on the website each day and stay informed. House Bill 1586 is the Vehicular Pursuit Work Group bill, and we are not opposing that. Leslie, anything else?
Yeah, Nakia, let me talk about the Senate. We've been talking a lot about the House. We don't have any calls to action right now. We are supporting Senate Bill 5533, which is a work group on vehicular pursuits. We are asking for an amendment to Senate Bill 5361. That bill provides state dollars to local law enforcement recruitment. And we are asking that for any of those dollars be conditioned on law enforcement agencies being in compliance with key state laws on use of force, certification, and firearms enforcement. Nakia, I think that is it.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Miss Leslie. One last thing. We want everyone to oppose House Bill 1071. Yes, hear me, folks. House Bill 1071, which would require police officers in every school. That is over the top and unsafe for our children. Yeah, thanks, but no thanks. That is it. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, and check out our website for the latest calls to action. Stay updated and in the loop. And we thank you again for your support.